I'm here today to talk to you about employment, try and get the best out of the assistance that is available. With my job, I'm a disability social facilitator and I write blogs for a website that I call Can Do Ability, which is just basically the positive side of being disabled. I network around the world with all different people that have all different types of disabilities, and I write stories, positive, inspiring stories. My hopes is just to get worldwide disability awareness so people aren't as ignorant to people like us, and hopefully the world will, be a bit easier to break into. I'll just give you a little history on Nova Employment. It began back in 1990. Martin Wren wanted to help people get into employment that had a disability. There wasn't any services that were really around to help people overcome barriers and get into the workforce. So he started out just working with a couple of people, and now that's grown, and there's currently 26 offices located in New South Wales and Queensland. The best thing to do is to contact Centrelink. If you go to them and just say that you want to get referred into a disability employment service, what you'd need to do is just take in any documents from a doctor to say that you've got a disability, just to prove that you can receive assistance from a disability service. Even if you aren't receiving payments from Centrelink, you can still go. So you don't need to be on the pension to get referred to an employment service. If you've got a disability, they're there to help. They'll give you a form for your doctor to fill out if you don't have a letter from your doctor. And you'll have an assessment with a Centrelink staff person that will, it's just more like a friendly chat, just talking about what your aspirations are for a career and what your limitations are and things like that. So they just kind of go through all that to determine what the best service is for you. Their job is to match you up with the best service for your situation. It usually takes about 2 weeks from the time that they start the assessment to the time that you get into your first appointment with an employment service. If the employment service that you get referred to isn't kind of complying to what your needs are, then they may not be the best service for you. So it's always good to kind of see what they can offer you and if they're willing to adapt around your needs. If you've heard a friend that's with, say, Nova Employment and you're close to an outlet, you can say, I want to go to Nova Employment, and they can get you in with an appointment to there, and then, if that's not the best service, the manager there will tell you. So once you get into the first initial meeting with the branch manager, that's just like a 1 hour chat, and they talk about what you want to do and how many hours you're able to work and that kind of thing. They are also there to get around the barriers, so they can do workplace modifications, which is covered by the government. So they can apply for a ramp to be installed. It doesn't mean every job that you're interested in is out, because there's always something that they can do, and they kind of have a way of enticing the employer by saying, well, we'll pay for it all, and you get this great worker and we'll do everything, all you have to do is hire them. It just kind of takes someone to advocate for them to get them in the door. It usually takes average is about 6 months to get into a job, but you have to work with the employment service. If you're with an employment service and you don't see anything really happening by about 6 months, it's always a good idea just to say, I'm not really satisfied with the help that I'm getting. Are you able to, do anything else to try and get me some more interviews or whatever? Because sometimes you kind of just get left behind if you don't speak up. So it's always good to just say, hi, I'm still here, please get me a job. And then if they still kind of don't do anything, it's a really good idea to then speak to the branch manager or go back to Centrelink and ask to be transferred to another service. They usually do like an individualised program and barrier problem solving, so that's just exactly to determine what your specific needs are. So if you need a disabled toilet and they don't have one, my first job I got through Nova Employment, it was a home business and the toilet was inside, which had stairs. So they actually hired a disabled toilet portaloo for me to use to go to the toilet. Another thing that they do with the employment consultants, they negotiate roles for you. So if something's, if they say, well, this person can't file because they can't lift heavy files or can't reach up into the top filing system, then they say, well, we'll get you an extra filing cabinet, and then they try and sell you so you can get into a job. I know with Nova Employment, they're all different, but ours gives you a minimum of 100 hours support once you get a job. So your employment consultant can come with you to work and give you a high level of support if you need until you get the hang of the job. With me, I was pretty confident. I think I had about a week's support with my employment consultant, and then that just dwindled away, and then they give you a phone call or an email every now and then just to check up how things are going. And if you lose the job, you can contact your employment consultant and they still keep you on the system, so they can, if they got you that job, then they will look for another job for you. With Nova Employment, we've got job clubs as well, which have, it's like a group meeting every week where they have lots of people that are looking for work, and you all get together and brainstorm and do cold calling and try and work out what areas you could canvass and try and get jobs at. So that's a really good tool to kind of give you some more ideas about where you could work and how to get into a job if it's taking a little bit longer.
I just want to reinforce what Joe said about, it's almost like you want to, when you go to the employment agency, they need to work for you. So be sure to interview them and that they empower you also. So that, and it sounds like Nova does.
And the important thing is as well not to get caught in the trap of sheltered workshops. I actually worked for one for about 9 months and I got $1.20 an hour. And I just thought at the time it was experience, I wasn't losing anything. But I asked for a pay rise and they kept promising and promising and said 3 more months, and I waited to 9 months. And I thought, I'm better than this, I deserve getting proper pay. And that's one thing that Nova Employment is really strict on pushing, is getting a full wage for everyone that can work.
Right. Thank you, Jodie. I just wanted to say thank you for coming out, and on behalf of the OS Society, I wanted to present you with this gift.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
last thing you is to Jules. Jules has I think, just turned everything around. I mean, the last few years we've gone through some growth spurts, And everyone knows that with growth spurts you have growing pains, and I think Jules needs to be congratulated because I know that she's been really sticking with it and really committed to making changes in those areas of growth. So well done, Jules.
Thank you. I just wanted to say thank you for your kind words. It has been a lot of work, but I couldn't have done it without the support of the conference committee or the board. And I said to the OI adults yesterday, I do it for these ones. The little Oddie and Olivia, that's why I do it.